Hi everyone, my name is Laura. I'm from the ILPS Commission in Support of Indigenous Peoples' Struggles and the Two Row Society. We're here in Sioux Lookout. We've come from the cabin build site to get a bunch of materials that are needed right now. I want to thank you all so much. We've reached our goal. We've surpassed our goal of 5,000. We've hit 5,500 by our deadline, and we're deeply grateful for all of your support so far. Just to be accountable for where all this money has gone, I'm going to give you a breakdown and then also talk about what we need to move forward on this project. So we've spent $1,500 in food for 15 to 20 people for 2 weeks. We've spent $1,500 in equipment. A large chunk of that was to the chainsaw, but then it's also been to get safety materials and equipment to set up the site for the 2 weeks. We spent $1,000 on transportation to get up here. We've had 2 vehicles bring up 10 people. And so that's $1,000 for the 2 vehicles to get up and then to get back. So that's $2,000 for transportation, bringing us to about $5,000. And those are all rough estimates. Moving forward, we're asking for $15,000 in order to go beyond, because it's not just about bringing a small group of people just for the 2 weeks. This is a project that goes beyond the 2 weeks. The cabin will take longer than 2 weeks to build. We'll need to rent a truck and a quad. So far we've been using subpar vehicles, and it's been taking twice the amount of time and labor. So for a truck and quad rental, that'll come to $2,000. And then we need the quad because
it needs to get right into the bush. The truck won't be able to make it in there. The truck can only stay on the main part of the road, and the quad can make it right in there, deep where the logs are going to be pull the logs out. Yeah, because it could be a mile down in the bush. You know, it's harder. You can't carry that too much, like, because we've got mainly women, and yeah, we need the quad.
And for labor, we're saying $3,000.
Yeah, at least for for the people that are wanting to work, in need of work, and that need money. Yeah.
And for a decent quality generator, which we've been working at the site without one so far, that's $500. For gas, it's really expensive up here. It's $1.50, and it's a long distance between where we're working in the bush and the closest towns, which we'll need to come into for supplies every so often. And we also have people driving out to the site who are coming from far, don't really have the money to get there, and so we need to help subsidize gas in order to make sure that they can come and help. And these are also family members who are returning to your family's trap line to come help.
Yep.
So we're saying $2,500 for gas. And for building materials and the delivery of those materials, because we don't have the equipment to get it all there right now, it is $3,500 for just one cabin. So a home for $3,500. But at the same time, this is for beyond just this project. Darlene has a list of 15 or 16 young homeless families that will be waiting on these cabins.
The importance of them to have a house is like, we don't know for sure, like, the way it's going, and, like, you know, the mining companies are coming in. There's a lot of different people around already as is, and so to prepare the future generation, we just think that they have their own houses in their own land, in their own traditional territories, so that they will not be paying ridiculous rents to, you know, the visitors, and property being owned by them. And you know, like, I'm not saying this to be biased, but this is the true situation here. And that you know, us natives, it's known across Canada that there's a lot of houses that need on the reserves. So this is one way that we're stepping out to help our community, as well as to housing our young peoples, our young next generation that are having families now but nowhere to go.
So to at least go into the next one, saying $3,500 for the materials for the next cabin, and that'll be, so that's $7,000 for 2 cabins, and that brings us to the $15,000 that we're aiming for Canada Day. So make your anti-colonial contribution and let's do the amazing thing of raising $15,000 for this absolutely important work by Canada Day.
People helping people.
Woo.